I don't think I can hit my sniper shot today. See, I just keep missing. Here, let me pull my aimbot menu. Super legit aimbot for the win. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Aimbot for the win. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Trident here, back again with another CoD Mobile video. And in today's video, we'll be looking at the top 10 best guns in Call of Duty Mobile. Now, I feel like the balancing this season has been the best it's ever been in CoD Mobile. You know, in like Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, the Type 25 has always been like the best gun. And you know, they changed it and they added a lot of new guns. And you'd think there's going to be a lot of like nerf buff issues, but there really isn't. You know, after they nerfed the ASM-10 at the beginning of the season, there's a lot of good guns that you can use. So it was hard making the top 10 best guns video, but I used every single gun in the legendary ranked. So all the footage is legendary ranked gameplay. I didn't release the video right when the season dropped because I wanted to give you guys an accurate list. But if you're new here, subscribe because I work really hard on my videos. Actually, over 90% of the viewers are not subscribed, so subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you enjoy it, and enjoy the video. Honorable mention number 1 is the GKS. The GKS is available in the free battle pass at level 12, and it is one of those more accurate, longer range SMGs. It's not one of those that you want to be hip firing with, as you see there. It's not the best, it doesn't have the best fire rate, and the damage on it is not amazing. You'll see there are other better SMGs than the GKS in this list. So yeah, it is one of those more accurate, longer range SMGs. And the magazine size, you know, you would think like a small mag would be for a SMG with a high fire rate and high damage, but you know, the magazine size is very small for this, you know, longer range SMG. Coming in at the number 10 spot, we have the PDW-57. The PDW-57 has a higher fire rate than the GKS, but it does have less accuracy and less range, so this makes it better for objective-based games like Domination and Hardpoint, but it definitely does have a way better clip size, so you won't be needing to run extended mag on it. But yeah, it definitely has a higher fire rate, and that means it's way better for hip firing. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have the Man of War. The Man of War is available as a rank reward in Season 4 for hitting Master 2 in multiplayer ranked. I'm legendary, so I already have it a long time ago. But the Man of War is one of those close range assault rifles. It kind of reminds me of the Type 25 in Season 1, 2, and 3. Obviously, it got nerfed now, but yeah, it's one of those closer range assault rifles. As you can see, it drops off dramatically at longer ranges, so your first few shots are going to be more accurate than your last few shots. But yeah, it's one of those longer range SMGs, and that's why I didn't include it, assault rifles I mean, that's why I didn't include it higher on this list, because it's not so versatile. Honorable mention number 2 goes to the LK-24. The LK-24 is one of those longer range assault rifles, but it is very consistent even at closer ranges. And I actually dropped a VTOL with the LK-24. I just wasn't recording. That game sucks, but you know, it's one of those consistent longer range assault rifles. Even though they did nerf the range of it in Season 4, you know, it's very consistent, and yeah, just one of those versatile assault rifles. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we have the MSMC. The MSMC at number 8 really tried. I mean, it was one of the best guns last season, but they keep nerfing it, and they nerfed it again for recoil this time, and now it's more unusable, has more horizontal, you know, recoil, but it's still going to dominate at close distances. And just because they nerfed the range on it, you know, here, boom, the recoil, the range, that's horrible, but it's always going to be the king at hip fire and close range. I'm going to have to give the number 7 spot to the DLQ-33. Now, the DLQ-33 is definitely the best sniper in Season 4. I mean, it has been until now, but in terms of why, I feel like it's smoother than the Arctic 50. Even though the Arctic 50 is semi-automatic and this one's bolt action, I feel like the scope in animation is smoother than the Arctic 50, and yeah, I feel like it's more consistent. By the way, the intro of this video is a joke. I'm just going for wall bangs with this. If you put on FMJ, I mean, you should always put on FMJ with this class, but if you put on FMJ, you can get those wall bangs crisp clean. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have the AK-117. Now, the AK-117 has always been one of the best assault rifles in the game because of its low recoil and high fire rate, and they actually didn't do anything to nerf or buff it in this Season 4 update. However, they added a lot of new guns into the game, so that's why the ranking of the AK-117 has dropped than how it would be ranked last season. But come on, we can't undermine the AK-117. It still slays, it still demolishes at close range gunfights, long range gunfights, medium. It's still very versatile. There just are better options now that they added more guns and they, buffed and nerfed some stuff. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the Type 25. Type 25 at number 5? What, Trident? You ranked it as number 1 last season. Well, what comes first to mind when you think of the Type 25? As I said previously in the video, it's one of those closer range assault rifles. It's one of those assault rifles that you think to use at closer range gunfights, and actually the only thing that they nerfed in Season 4 was the damage at close range. So it is kind of devastating because now you don't have that high damage. I mean, it's still a high damage gun, and that's why iFerg still consistently uses it. So just because it got nerfed doesn't mean it's not a very viable option. The third and final honorable mention on this list was the RPD. The RPD is undoubtedly the best LMG in Season 4 of Call of Duty Mobile due to its high damage and low recoil. But this obviously comes with the downfall of the most prized gun since the release of COD Mobile, which is the S36. Thank God it got nerfed. Oh my god, like I don't see anyone using the S36 in ranked anymore because it's so bad with its recoil. But yeah, the RPD is definitely the best one. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the KN-44. Now, this is the gun that everyone used when it dropped at the end of Season 3 in Call of Duty Mobile, and it's still a very viable option. You'll see a lot of ranked players still use this gun because why? It's such a versatile gun, and that's what makes it a little bit better than the AK-117 and the Type 25 is because of it's so versatile. It's like a combination between an SMG and an assault rifle. It has high damage, it has good range, good accuracy, and low recoil. But for those longer range gunfights, it's not going to do so well. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have the ASM-10. The ASM-10 is the gun that everyone was hyped for, the most hyped gun in the community with the release of Season 4, and for good reason. It's even after the nerf, and we all knew it was going to get nerfed, we just didn't know when. So even after the nerf, if you've seen my ASM-10 shreds video that I made after the nerf, it still shreds by the title, obviously. The damage, the recoil, the range, it's just such a versatile gun, and even with the nerf, it still claps in ranked, and you'll see a lot of people using it still even after the nerf. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have the BK-57. Now, I don't even know where to begin. The BK-57 is just so consistent, and I'll throw a comparison visual on screen right now between the ASM-10 and the BK-57, but while the BK-57 doesn't have as much damage, it has a higher fire rate, and it's just so consistent. And if you're wondering what they buffed about the BK-57 in Season 4, they increased the range of it. So this thing already has a high fire rate, but with a higher range on it, it's so consistent and it's so reliable, and it's so smooth to use. I feel like it's smoother to use than the lower recoil than the ASM-10. The best gun in COD Mobile in Season 4 is the RUS-79U. The RUS is by far the most versatile SMG in the game, and that's why I think it's the best gun in the game right now, because not only is it amazing at hip firing and that SMG ability, but it has those like AR qualities in it as well. It has that range that you won't see out of the PDW and the MSMC, obviously, and it has actually better damage than the MSMC, which is crazy to think about. And it has low recoil, and you'll see in pretty much every game that you go into, at least one person is going to be using the RUS because it's just so good. And yeah, definitely, if you haven't already tried it out this season, go ahead and try it out. It's just so good. And look at this drop shot right now, dodging that Tempest shot. Oh my god. Yeah, just this thing claps in all scenarios. And that's why, you'll see the hip firing and yeah, just absolutely demolishing with it. It's such a good option. Go ahead and try it out. Okay, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Some quick announcements before the video ends. Obviously, this is subjective. Top 10 is what I feel are the best guns in the game so far this season. And if you disagree with anything, just leave a comment below. Tell me how you would order them. But obviously, this is a top 10 list, so it was hard making. Say if it was a top 15, maybe I would include the AK-47 and the Arctic 50, which are amazing and viable options themselves. But I think in terms of versatility, all the guns in this list are in good ranking because they're versatile, and yeah, just the ranking I feel is better than I ranked last season. So if you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and peace out. See you in the next one.